Welcome to ForexTV.com. Today is Wednesday, October 22nd. I'm Kathleen Reddington with your New York Forex Market Buzz. The dollar has big gains on the loonie and falls on the yen. And now for a look at the latest headlines from the CEP News Desk. The EIA report showed a larger than forecast increase in petroleum inventories. Supplies rose to 3.2 million for the week of October 17th. Inventories were forecast to climb 2.65 million barrels. The Mortgage Bankers Association Index of Purchase Applications fell from last period. This is its lowest level in 8 years. They came in at 279.3 million from last period's 313.5. The Fed raised the interest rate to be paid on reserves from 75 basis points to 35 basis points below the Fed funds target rate. This means the Fed will pay 1.15% on all reserves held by banks at the end of the day. In Canada, retail sales were weighed down by the auto sector and gasoline stations. August retail sales came in line with a 0.3% decline to 35.9 billion Canadian dollars. Auto sector sales fell 1.8%, while gasoline station sales fell by 3.7% in the month. The Eurozone government deficit was recorded at 0.6% of GDP in 2007. This is down from 1.3% in the previous year. Today we are joined by Greg Salvaggio of Tempus Consulting. Hi Greg, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine. We're seeing the euro and the sterling tumble this morning as there is speculation that the ECB and the Bank of England will cut rates. Do you think cutting rates in Europe is going to help or hurt the situation for the euro and the sterling?
We actually think both currencies at the moment are fairly oversold against the dollar, and we're expecting a bit of a rebound on both in the coming weeks.
The Canadian dollar has also fallen to sharp lows against the U.S. dollar. They had some poor economic releases this morning, and they're looking at their worst monthly performance since 1971. What is your strategy for the Canadian dollar?
We also believe the Canadian dollar is a bit oversold, and we think levels up here between 125 and 127 are good opportunities to buy Canada and short the U.S. We're expecting a bit of a dollar bounce back the other way in the coming month and a half as we end the year end. So we think a lot of these dollar advances that we've seen over the last 2 weeks will be reversed.
And people have been calling the yen a safe haven currency recently, and it posted big gains again today. What do you make of this?
I mean, that's exactly what's happening. The yen has become a proxy vehicle for investor risk right now, with equity markets plus or minus 300 points a day, continual concerns about the ability for not only banks but institutions globally to obtain credit. The yen has become a safe haven investment vehicle for the time being, and really we're seeing the same thing occur with the dollar right now. Investors are also shifting assets into the dollar, and it's enjoying its safe haven status almost renewed right now.
And speaking of the yen, we've seen the dollar make big gains against the euro and the sterling, but it has fallen against the yen. What is your dollar-yen strategy?
Well, dollar-yen will continue to remain a proxy for market risk at the moment. As long as we continue to see this volatility, erratic direction in equity markets, in credit markets, the yen will remain firm against the dollar and pretty much against all currencies.
All right, thank you so much for joining us, Greg.
Sure.
This has been your New York Forex Market Buzz with Greg Salvaggio of Tempus Consulting. I'm Kathleen Reddington. Join us later this afternoon for PM Exchange right here on ForexTV.com.